The reference for this lecture is Angus Deaton, 2010, Understanding the Mechanisms of Economic Development in the Journal of Economic Perspectives. In this part of the lecture 2, we shall discuss the second example of Angus Deaton's article. In the first example, we have seen how the life cycle theory of savings could not explain the connection of savings to growth. In this example, Deaton elaborates the mechanism of commodity price fluctuations. Poor countries exporting primary products face price fluctuations. The theory of speculative storage model failed to correctly account for the fluctuations in commodity prices. The model's assertion that the prices will become flat once the speculation and storage stops after reaching a certain peak price did not stand the scrutiny. A simple autoregressive model appeared to fit the data better than the speculative storage model. Many low-income countries depend upon commodity exports. Fluctuations in prices often lead to losses of income in these countries. The prices of the commodities in the international markets normally remain calm for long periods and then either suddenly go up to higher peaks or plunge into new lows. Theoretically speaking, the countries can save the additional revenue during the peak times and cover the losses during the periods of collapse. However, predicting commodity prices is not easy. The commodity prices are highly autocorrelated. The years between peaks and troughs are too long for the countries to sustain on savings. Smoothing government expenditure or the expenditure of the households requires borrowing and normally beyond the capacity of the low-income countries. World history witnessed commodity price fluctuations that resulted in spectacular disasters as in Egypt. International financial organizations such as World Bank also failed to predict the commodity prices correctly. Deaton points out that the World Bank in the 70s and the 80s wrongly predicted higher prices for cotton and copper by an order of 4 to 5 times the realized prices, which misled the exporting countries to increase their production and eventually increase their debt burden. A model of speculative storage was used to explain the mechanism of price fluctuations. It is a supply-demand model of agriculture commodities driven by supply shocks. Supply shocks are assumed to be either independent and identically distributed, in the sense that they are random shocks with similar probability distribution or mildly autoregressive, where the past prices and the past production affects the future price and future production. The fluctuations are caused by the risk-averse profit-maximizing speculators storing the commodity to ward off shocks. The process drives up the prices to cover the costs of holding inventory. The prices continuously rise as long as they hold the stocks, and the model assumes that at a point when the prices are too high to support speculation, the prices collapse. The inventories are not carried forward. As inventories fall, the prices rise. This explains the fluctuations, and there is no trend increase in the price according to the model. Deaton investigates the mechanism in his model with the data and predicted time series prices were close to actual prices, but the pattern of autocorrelation between past price and future price were wrong. Further, the prices do not flatten after a certain peak is reached as the model assumes. Compared to the speculative storage model, a simple first-order autoregressive model performed much better. Estimates of structural model is useful to understand if the theory could predict correctly.